Can't get enough of the Olgas. Well, I won't be passing through this way again, I'm pretty sure. So, I'll take as many as I can, video.
In 600 metres, turn right onto Catajuta Road.
Oh, Catajuta Road, okay. Because I'm going, oh that's right, we're going into Yulara now. Well there you go folks. There's the famous Olgas, or Catajuta. Pretty spectacular.
Take the next right onto Catajuta Road.
Yeah, okay, Cara. Okay. Oh, there's lots of traffic. We give way on the motorbikes. Jeez, they're well stacked up. Oh, look at these guys. Well, yeah, baby. What's going on? Motorbike races or four-wheel driving? Huh. Quad biking?
Continue on State Route 4 for 40 kilometres.
40 kilometres. Well, we have a convoy. Those two guys with the quad bikes, or are they motorbikes? I'm not sure, I can't see. And we're being held up by a camper. Oh, the bloke in there behind that camper, he's itching to get out. Oh, he says, come on, move, push it. Push, push, push. We're going to do the big lap and we've only got 2 weeks to do it. On the side there, looks like somebody's pitched tents. There's little marks on it. Oh, I've been out in the sun too long, I think. Ooh, ah, Uluru. I've got my rattleback. It's in the glove box. Well, there's Ayers Rock in all its glory. Isn't that a spectacular sight? Anyway, enough of that. I'm back at my favourite camping ground in the whole of Australia. The Ayers Rock or Yulara Resort camping ground, outback camping ground. And I'm in the overflow area again. By choice, I must add, because most of the campsites, that over there in the distance is a big generator, goes all night. Over in that area, it's sort of restricted because I can't get my tent in, and the only other option was a powered site, which is basically gravel. That's over near the swimming pool, and Kay, you'll remember that from the caravan days. Now I've pitched the little awning tent again, and I must admit it's like drilling pegs into rock. Well, it is rock, so they're in. I had to bring out the big guns, the heavy duty pegs. Okay, I'm going to take a little walk over to the toilets just to see how far it is, and we'll have a little squiz at other people camping. I remember from my last video being here that I drove around and dumped stuff in that bin there. And I think the toilets are through. Yeah, they are. I can see a light. Let there be light. Ooh, very flash. This is the male shower, and well, it says shower, but they're actually toilets. Flash. Well, that's a tricky little idea. Toilets on one side and showers on the other. Hey. Very flash. Guess that's what you pay $50 for. Well, I wouldn't say it's probably 150 meters. Not that hard to negotiate. So, okay, I'm not going any further in this place, but now I know where I am. Got my bearings. I'm gonna go and make some dinner. One good thing is the wind has died off, which is a bonus, because it was driving me a bit crazy before with trying to put those tent pegs in while the wind was howling. Anyway, we've done it. Dingoes active in this area. Woo. And well, I'm not very imaginative again tonight as far as the cooking is concerned. I'm going to have some rice and some curry. You might remember I bought these from home, and they will go in the bag, they will go in the water, and I will cook the rice. Just waiting for my billy to boil. Both of them, actually. Trying out both burners again. They'll be fine. The only thing about these is they make your pots and pans very dirty. Get that gummy thing on them. In fact, I need to get my tray. Shit, that's getting hot already. Put that in. Put that one in there. Put the lid on it. Now if push comes to shove, oh no, that's going too. If push comes to shove, I'll swap over the burners. I just swapped the pots over. This one has actually got it on, come to a boil anyway, so it's just now simmering on the little metho burner. And this one, well hell, that's got the rice in it, and that's almost at a boil now. Tonight we might have passion fruit drink. Yeah. And actually, I sort of think the naan bread is a bit overkill, because there'll be enough rice in there. I'm not eating nearly as much as I do when I'm at home. So we'll put that back for another day. Just in case it's very hot, we shall have a stir. Oh yeah. Plate. My favourite plate. I wonder if dingoes like curry. Now we've got quite a fierce spoil going here on both of these, right? And I have to adjust my technique. I might have to put the camera down and come back and stir my rice. Otherwise it'll burn, it'll stick to the bottom. Look at them. That's these, the metho burner on the left and the on the right. Well, I don't have to tell you that after a meal you've got to do the dishes. And I forgot to mention today, I was, because I've come, well I might have mentioned, I came into the territory and I've suddenly lost an hour and a half. I think I did mention that. And so now my watch says it's 6 o'clock, which is past my bedtime. And here at Uluru, it's actually 7:30. And that is past my bloody bedtime. Jeez. And the kick-out time is 10 AM, which I will make without any problem. But tomorrow, I'm sort of toying with the idea of going up Kings Canyon Way, and because I passed it last time and didn't bother to go in because I cracked the shits, right, to be quite honest with you. I always seem to crack the shits in this area, mainly because it's just so full of fucking people and tourists all doing their thing. Not that I can blame them, but it's just this sort of paying $50 to stay on a shithole fucking place like this. You know, nice facilities, but I won't even use them. I'm that far away, although out of spite I might just go and have a shower a bit later. Anyway, as I was saying, I cracked the shits. Well, it's not I cracked the shits. I just feel very, very uncomfortable about amongst large groups of people. I can take it when I go shopping and that sort of thing, but when you're out here, I mean, I just have this thing about leave me alone, and that people do, but it's where I go. There's always somebody turns up and you can't avoid it, and every time I come up here it gets worse. So I hate to keep saying this because I'm really enjoying myself. Now I may have mentioned that I'm thinking about going to Kings Canyon, and as I say, I went last time and I remember the campground. There was people were just, oh, you can't camp there because, you know, somebody's reserved that one and blah 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 blah. And that was part of the reason that I really cracked the shits. But one of the problems here, unlike where we can go camping in WA, this area seems to be bloody well owned by ATT Kings, right? In conjunction with the native title holders. But they have a monopoly up here. And when you think about it, this is what drives a lot of people away from camping, the real camping. This is not camp. This place is like a city. I'm only going to stay overnight, and that's the other thing that I am complaining about, is the fact that I lost an hour and a half, and now I have to bloody well try and fit everything else in to show what this place is like and get the hell out of here as quick as I can. But I'm only going to another place, the same, which is Kings Canyon Resort. That's owned by Discovery Parks. I'm just trying a different setting on this. This is called quick capture. Okay. Now let me show you a little device table. This is one for the ladies to show you how easy it can be camping. Look, you put that in there and you click that down. Here's another one. They're both the same. They have holes. Make sure the holes are upright. Put that in that little one there. Snap it in like that. Get this little baby out. See how they've got little round things? They go in each of those holes. How easy is this? And it's like a telescope. Look. Oh, look at that. Yeah. On there. In. On here. In. On here. Lift that one off. There. In. How easy was that? And you got yourself a lovely little table. Look, and it weighs next to nothing. Beautiful. That's where I'm going to put my beer. Now, because we're in the Northern Territory and there's lots of dry alcohol free areas, you have to get permission to get beer. And I'd run out of my non-alcoholic stuff, and they don't know what that is up here. So I actually had to go get a permit and buy some beer. And the only beer I could get was this Queensland stuff. 4X, but I think that's okay. Castlemaine Brewery. 6 of them, $44. $44. You can buy probably a carton for that. ATT Kings, who own this Yulara resort, are making an absolute fortune off tourism. Cheers, I deserve this. Not bad, not bad, 4X, well done. Now, I just looked at my phone and the phone says it's 4:53 p.m. 4:53. My watch, which is still on WA time, says it's 3:28, 7 or 8. Now, if I go by this, I left the camp this morning at 7 o'clock. Got up to the Giles weather balloon blast off, just missed it, but that was at 7:15 and I was about a minute too early or too late. And so 7:15, that is 6, 7, 8 hours I have been on the road basically. Give half an hour to 3/4 of an hour here to pitch this camp, and another, I was up at 6, I was actually up before 6, it was 5:43 or 4:45 or something. So I've been up for a long time, and I've still got to think about what I'm going to have for dinner. Now over there is a shitload of restaurants and places to go and eat. But if they charge like wounded bulls like they do for their beer, and this ground that I'm camped on is $50 a night. 50, not 5, 50, 10 times 5. Now think about that. I've been camping out in the bush for nothing, and I come to a place like that. Sure, there's all that shit that you can go and see, and you know, all the shopping mall and all that sort of crap. But the only reason it exists is because of those two bloody big rocks that we saw coming in, Ayers Rock and the Olgas. That's the only reason people come here. They don't come here to bloody spend their time at ATT Kings because they've got a fantastic resort. They come to see the bloody rock. That's all they're interested in. So I have to ask myself, do I want to walk all over? And it would be over probably 2 kilometres from where I got beer to here, would be 2 k's. I'm not going to do it. I'll just cook my own bloody dinner. I'm a grumpy old shit. Now, although I'm in a big camping ground resort and there are toilets, the toilets are probably more than 200 metres away. And I'd like to discuss a very delicate situation for those people who are not aware. And I don't see a lot of this on YouTube, about where do you go to the toilet when you're out camping. Now, it's a very emotive topic because, as you heard my rant earlier today, people just shit in the bush. Well, I went to Kmart. I've had the porta potties, and I went to Kmart and I got one of these things. Now, this has actually turned out to be, for my purposes, the best little doodaddy on the market for this. This is a portable toilet, and it works like this. Click, click. Click, click. Get a bag. I've got a bag in here. Right. Bag in there. Lid on, and I must admit the lid is very secure, keeps the flies out. Have a look at that. That's a portable dunny. Now, it is very short, so there is a solution, and I will go and get it. Our good friends at Bunnings have these Tactics collapsible crates, and what you do is you click them into place, turn it upside down, gives you extra height for a big bloke like me. I can sit on that, not on the table of course, so it wouldn't be that stupid, but down like this. We'll turn round and we'll look. Porta potty corner. Look, porta potty corner. Now that's going to do me in the morning when I need to go, because what if I'm really taken short and I've got to climb down the ladder and I've got to run 200 metres with my hands around my pants, going, oh gee, I'm busting. Well, I just come back in here, don't I? Come in here, it's just down the ladder and in here. Perfect. That crate also has a shelf I can put my toilet paper and my wipes as an added precaution or whatever. I put shredded paper in there, and that is basically odour free too, let me tell you. That's the greatest little invention. I think it cost me 30 bucks. Kmart. And in case you're wondering, when you're ready to move on, last thing you do is you take the lid off and very quickly get the bag together, and like any garbage bag, you tie it up, you ease a little bit of the air out and you tie it up tie a knot in it or whatever. And I always tend to put it in another bag just in case, and then it can go in the normal garbage bins, because I'm sure the people that collect the garbage bins don't actually go through every plastic bag to see what's in it, because if they did, they'd be pretty off their head. But anyway, and that has worked successfully for me for basically the whole, what have I been away now, 8 days. I've used it. You just got to be very careful. You don't want to plonk down on it because you'll break it. You'll break your bum too. So, hey, but nobody ever talks about that. Oh, what do you do? How do you go to the toilet? And it's very simple. You don't need a porta potty with all that water and stuff. I've got one, but it weighs a ton. And maybe that's why people threw it away in the bush, Albany Council. Well, this is the camp at Ayers Rock campground, and it's early in the, well, it's 9:20, and a lot of people have actually all going on their tours and driven out, and so it looks like it's very empty, and yet I have to park over in the overflow area where you've seen before, in that really dusty. These are some of the cabins that you can hire for, oh shit, expensive per night. People don't worry about paying. This is the reception, and I'm going to actually book in for another night. This is a sort of a scale model of the whole place. Now, I'm actually going to go for a walk, because if you notice here it says Imalung Lookout Resort Centre straight ahead, Tour and Information Centre, and they're all ahead, and the Outback Pioneer Hotel. Now, across here it says Resort Shopping Centre and Supermarket, and the Sails in the Desert Hotel. So I'm going that way. I hope it's the quickest way. Now, I've been a very naughty boy this morning, because I've actually left my hat, but it's only 9:30, and I sort of just had to come in and rebook another night, and I thought, well, I'll keep going, and besides it's blowing a gale and my hat blows everywhere, it tries to blow off my head, so hopefully the flies and the sun will stay away. I don't know whether that actually turned out, that scene, because I was facing into the sun, or the camera was facing into the sun. But anyway, I've left my hat, mainly because the wind blows it off my head, and the flies, I lost my fly net anyway, so I'll have to buy it. Now, the wind may be interrupting this video, but I'm going to do a spin out. I'm at the Ermalung, or whatever they call it, lookout. I'm going to do a 360 spin over here, show you how big this resort is now. All that you see is this tourist resort. And there's a supermarket and a plaza. Now we're going to face into the sun. And that's the path I just came up. And if you look in the background, you'll see the rock over there. And the Olgas are actually through that way. Okay, I'm out of the wind now, and there is actually an IGA supermarket apparently, so I'm going to go and see if I can find it and have a look in, see if there's anything that I need or want, and buy it. Anyway, probably won't see it because the wind is going to howl at gale. Here's a map of the actual resort. That round thing there, where my thumb is pointing, That's the lookout, and I'm heading down the track there towards where my thumb is. Okay, now I see a sign. Emu Walk Apartments to the right here, and the town square. That's what I'm looking for. And where those people are down there, there's actually the shuttle bus runs around the resort, but I'm too stupid to take it. I'd rather walk. Oh, look at this. We're going towards the town square. Whew. They look like Sydney wattles. Those green and gold things, Australia's colours. So these are the Emu Walk Apartments, the Arcani Theatre, the Gallery of Central Australia, and the Desert Gardens Hotel. Have a look, I'm curious. The apartments. Oh yeah. Very nice. Little courtyard. Oh, look at that. Town Square Amphitheatre. Sails in the desert. Ooh. Well, this might be the town square. I just sort of walked around the back of these apartments. And yes. This is the town square. And have a look. There's apartments. Town square. What are we doing over here? Propaganda, and then people having breakfast over here. This must be the shopping lawn gallery. No selling of art after Sunday. Okay. I'm looking for the IGA, which I guess is probably in here something. We'll have a wander. I'm still trying to find the supermarket, which has got to be around here somewhere, although I haven't seen it on the signs. I think I'm at the back end of the town square. Yep. The Lost Camel. Over there in the distance is the amphitheatre. Look at that, that's what I'm looking at. IGA, local grocer. Of course, supermarket. Well, I've done my shopping and now I need to find my way back. I might walk around this way and just see. Oh, I know what I want to get, a fly net. I didn't see any in the shop. Fly nets, there we go. Fly net a miss. It's $10.95 for a fly net. Shit, come on. Okay, in Huey. Another shop down here. And we'll walk through here. Now, I can probably walk back up through that lookout. I've done my shopping and I've done a little bit of a tour of the resort, I suppose the main part, but it's so spread out. I mean, if I spin around, you'll see, you may see, in the background is the solar panels, and in front of the solar panels this way is the Shell service station. Everything is on a big circle. So I've sort of cut across the diameter of the circle because the campground is basically diagonally opposite the main part of town where we've just been. And fortunately for me, the sun is out, but that's it's actually a very pleasant breeze. It hasn't got the humidity in it right now that I've been used to for so long on this trip. It's been oppressively hot, but it's actually very pleasant walking in here. So hopefully, I think the forecast today is 26 degrees C. They sent me a text. the resort, they take your phone number, and I got a message this morning saying it would be 26 degrees today, and sunny, and no prospect of rain. Fantastic. So look right, look left. There's the entrance to the caravan park, the campground, and I'm going to walk through here and then take my life in my hands. And then there's a group of people sitting down over there having a chinwag or something. And this is the campground. This is the back end, or the actually entrance to the campground. And you drive in over there where that red car parking area is, and that big caravan, and then we drive through to the reception where I was this morning. Spoke to a lovely Kiwi lady from Dunedin, and now I'm heading back to my tent, which will be hot. Now I'm taking a walk in the shade. These are the little units, little cabins. I think I showed you earlier, but hey, interesting. Got all the mod cons. 3 and 4. Little table and chairs to sit at. And then we move down to the lower classes who pitch tents. Oh no, first of all we go to the middle class because they're caravans. I'm such a freaking cynic. Look, the campground's nearly deserted. So why can't I get a nice shady spot? Because you can't, you're a pleb. I'm going to walk around this way. Hope we can see this. See, caravan camper thing over there. I think the reason is they're all powered sites, and this is actually tent sites. So if you have a tent, you can pitch it on this ground, but of course you can't get near your car, and that's always a bit of a problem. We're a car oriented society, and up here in the tree above me are these doves. No, they're bronze-winged pigeons. I will have to find my fly net. It's buried in my car somewhere. Here's a fella, got his tent pitched over there. That's the way to do it. Play the guitar on the MTV. That ain't working, that's the way you do it. Money for nothing and your chicks for free. Oh, there's a lovely lady over there. She's doing cleaning. That's the lady that booked me in from Kiwiland. So there are plenty of facilities. That's another toilet laundry area, and there's a grader going past. Nice leafy little sites. God knows how much they're paying. 75 bucks I think, or more a night. And I think that's a school group over there with the little tents, because there was a bus from Geelong Grammar or somewhere pulled in as I was checking in yesterday. Never heard them though, mind you. I wouldn't hear much because that generator's going all day and all night, and I used my earplugs last night and never heard of it. I guess the school group have gone off on a hike or a tour. And this is another little tenting area I noticed before, where I think you can actually back your vehicle into it. Like you see that gazebo there, and they've got a swag. And that will be a powered site because they have the pole near that red box. That's like a big power board, and there's that white pole. It's where you plug your stuff in. But you see, this is minimalist camping, I guess. Well, that's fella's pumping up his tyre on his Brits camper. Then we have, oh look, matching set of camper trailers. It's a trio. It's a trio of camper trailers, and they all look very similar, all the same. Oh, how cute. They must be travelling in a convoy like caravanners. I'm such a freaking cynic. Now I'm going to walk, or can I? No, I've got to go around the road. It is taboo to walk through people's campsites. Oh, and there's the conveniences that I use. Actually, thinking about that, I might just go over there on my way back, saving the trip. Well, I wonder what we were doing. The grader is levelling out the site, which is interesting. And you'll hear it, it sounds like a crow squawking. Maybe there's a tree got to get cut down because there's a extender pole chainsaw. Oh, and look, I'm way over there in the distance on me Pat Malone. Yeah, maintenance. I look so lonely over there, look. Poor beast. He's got no company. I suppose everybody takes off and does tours and things, or then they go out to breakfast. This couple here, they weren't there last night, and later on they came back, and I assume they'd been out for dinner first thing this morning, hung the washing out in the car, and away they went. That was even before breakfast. So maybe they went for breakfast. Me, I cooked my own. Okay, well, we're nearly there. Very isolated,